Hello everyone and welcome back to our reading of Ancient Mysteries. Today's chapter, Journey to the Afterlife. Few things are more fascinating than the pyramids of Egypt and the mummies that they were built to conceal. The greatest of the pyramids, and in many ways the most mysterious, are those that stand at Giza in northern Egypt. Built for the pharaohs of the 4th dynasty, the pyramids of Giza are about 4,500 years old. The largest of all pyramids was built here for the pharaoh Khufu. The size of the Great Pyramid is stupendous, yet the bulk of the structure is not the only impressive feature. Its measurements are amazingly accurate. The lengths of each side vary by no more than 20 centimeters. Perhaps even more impressive is the fact that the Great Pyramid is positioned on a line running north to south that varies by no more than 0.08 of a degree. The feat of placing so many huge blocks of stone together so accurately must have called for incredible engineering skills. The early pharaohs, including Khufu, were looked upon as gods. Every command of a pharaoh became law. It was believed that when a pharaoh died, his spirit, or Ka, continued to live. The Ka would need the luxuries with which the pharaoh had been familiar during life. Most important of all, the Ka required that the body be preserved as a home for the Ka. It was this belief that led the Egyptians to mummify the royal bodies and to bury rich objects with their dead kings. In order to protect the pharaohs, priests laid curses on the tombs, threatening death to anyone who should disturb them. In 1923, the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun was discovered. The find caused a worldwide sensation, for this was the first time that an unplundered tomb had been opened. Inside the tomb, an inscription read, "Death won't slay, with his rings whoever disturbs the peace of the Pharaoh." Weeks later, Lord Carnarvon, who had financed the expedition, died of a strange fever. Within months, 13 of the 20 men who opened the tomb were dead. Another tale follows the terrible trail of misfortune that followed a mummy case from the temple of Amun-Ra, a god of ancient Egypt. This mummy case was bought in Egypt by the historian Douglas Murray at the turn of the century. Soon after the purchase, Murray lost his arm in an accident, and 2 of his traveling companions died. Murray decided to sell the mummy case and had it photographed. On one frame, the photographer was said to find, instead of a mummy case, the face of a real woman staring at him with an expression of hatred. A few days later, the photographer died. Murray then gave the mummy case to the British Museum. Within a day, one of the 2 porters who carried the case to the museum broke his leg, and the other was killed in a traffic accident. Eventually, 2 exorcists were called in to dispel the spirit. The mummy case caused no further trouble. The stories associated with the mummy's curse may well be based on exaggerations and coincidence. However, the ancient Egyptians who built the pyramids left more than one mystery behind them. Well, that's definitely a mystery, but it's a mystery that may never truly be solved, much like the rest of these. Well, anyway, that's all for today. Next week, we go in search of a lost legion. I'll see you then!